What's good, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy YPD Balls back with some more NBA 2K19 news for you. And in this video, I'm gonna explain and talk to y'all about the best builds to make in NBA 2K19. Now, of course, we don't know what archetypes are featured. I know in 2K18 you couldn't make a pure shot creator as a center, or you could make a pure shot creator as a power forward. And that being was so you wouldn't be cheesy, because if that allows you to make a pure shot creator as a center, you'd basically be like one of them 7'3" dribble guys on 2K16. I know a lot of y'all remember those guys, the big 7'3" guys who could cheese, dribble, break ankles, and all that crazy stuff. So that's why they didn't allow it. Now, will they allow it in this new game coming up? Maybe, maybe not. If they don't, I won't be. If they don't, I won't be sad. If they do, then it's a different element that everybody would have to deal with. But as far as all the information we know, from the leaked gameplay to the shot meters to everybody talking about the takeover system, takeover mode, which is basically when you're on fire, or basically another form of a grand badge, and from the defensive improvements and all that, I would say, just about everything we know, the best builds to make in the game is going to be a pure lockdown. You know, because if defense is already improved way better than it was in 18 and 17, if defense is anything like the defense in 2K16, if you have a lockdown defender, it's going to be a problem. And I will also say this: if lockdowns or defense is even as good as it was in 17, because defense wasn't bad in 17. Defense was actually decent in 2K17, especially with a lockdown. You know, you could do the pickpocket and you could get rim protector. You can get all of that. Now, 2K18 is a different story with the stealing and stuff like that. But a lockdown defender would be OP, and also a pure sharp would be OP. Now, as far as for repping up, now we don't know the rep system or anything of that nature, so we don't know if we don't know if they're gonna allow us to control our XP like they did in 2K18. If they do allow us to control our XP, that's gonna be great. But if it's a preset based off of grade and all that stuff and whatever, then that'll be a bad thing. That'll actually add some strain onto the game. I don't think it should be preset. But for the most part, if the rep system is anything like 2K17, which is preset and all that, your best bet will be to make a glass cleaner. Because if it's a preset and it's based off of grade and all of that stuff, make a glass cleaner, especially if you're trying to rep up, be top rep. Because I mean, all you gotta do is set screens, get rebounds, kick it out, A+, and you know your bar is gonna fill up and all that stuff. So now, but like I said, don't hold me to that, because we don't know what the rep system is gonna actually be like. We do know that we can use more than one player to rep up. So no more of the road to 99, which is no more of the road to 99, which is, you playing with one player all year for 6-7 months or 3-4-5 months just to get to 99. No more of that. You know what I'm saying? So they bringing the joy back into the game. But for the most part, on offense, now I would say this: slashers will be overpowered, but they're not going to be as overpowered as what people think they are, due to the fact that there's going to be layup meters, due to the fact that if you don't have position, you're not going to get the blow by animation, or if there is somebody that knows how to play the game, as far as knows how to cut you off and all that, you're going to have a real hard time playing, with a slasher. So slasher builds would be good, but I don't think that's going to be the build you want to actually have to wrap up. That's just me personally. Of course, it's going to be dual archetypes, so you can always mix and match. You can always mix and match archetypes, playmaking slasher or anything else of that nature. But for the most part, I would say lockdowns and sharpshooters. And the reason why I say lockdowns and sharpshooters is because basically lockdowns, you can't do. Let's be realistic. A lockdown defender with with purple defensive stopper, with purple pickpocket, with purple chase down artist, purple rim protector, and I think you may, as a big, you may have purple bruiser or whatever, or even gold bruiser. If defense is adjusted, you're not going to be able to do anything. You're going to basically be getting clamped up. They're going to be stealing the ball, like I said, blocking the ball. And now with the sharpshooters, with the Hall of Fame limitless range, Hall of Fame catch and shoot, deep range dead eye and all of that, if you know how to shoot, it's lights out. Every year, I don't care what anybody says. People could say playmakers, playmaking slashers, glass cleaners, post scorers, pure athletic finishers. They're the best archetype. Every year, the best archetype on the game, hands down, from an offensive standpoint, is the pure sharp. If you know how to shoot, I mean, who wouldn't want to get threes over twos? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say hands down, just the pure sharp. Now, if you want to be a dribble head and all that, you can make a playmaking slasher, playmaking shot creator. Okay, that's a good overpowered build if you know how to use it. Playmaking shot creator, that's a build that not everybody knows how to use, but it's a good build. But that's my analysis. And what I want to say is, also, don't make a build based off of what other people say and do or whatever. What you need to do when the game comes out, you need to take the time to make a couple builds. You don't have to spend VC. You do not have to spend VC on them. Make a couple builds, and to see which build you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, just look at the badges of the build. Look at the handling. Like, even if we start out at 60 or whatever we start out as, you'll be able to tell, like, if you actually do like that build. I've seen people play with 62, 65s and dominate. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about of course, you need the attributes to have an advantage, but it's all about it's all about the skills you have on the controller, on the stick. So, but my main thing is, don't waste a bunch of money trying to figure out what build you want to make. Don't take this person's advice, making this build, making that build. Because just because they tell you to make this build, that may not be the build. That may not be the build for you. That may not be with the style you like to play. You have to figure out the style you like to play. Now, if you like to play in the paint, if you like to dunk on people and get rebounds, okay, then you probably would need to make an athletic rebounder or a rebounding athletic finisher. If you like to set screens, get rebound, kick it out, make you a pure glass cleaner. If you like to go down, dribble, break some ankles, and kick it to the corner, you know what I'm saying, and then go to the paint just for a dunk, make a pure playmaker because they can dunk, or make a playmaking slasher. You have to make the build how you want to play. Don't make a playmaking. Don't make a playmaking defender and get mad because he can't shoot threes. Don't make a lockdown defender and get mad because he can't shoot a fading mid-range. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make what you're comfortable with playing with. I think that's people's problem. They make these builds and they forget their builds. Honestly, because I've seen people that I've seen glass cleaners that were rebounding, but I've seen rebounding stretch fours that be trying to sauce. Like, you're a rebounding stretch four and you get mad when somebody rips the ball from you, or you get mad when you sauce too much and you brick it. I mean, that's not true. You gotta play within your build. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to make a big man that can dribble and sauce, make a playmaking stretch 5, stretch 4, whatever. That's what you do. So just be careful and cautious when you're making your player. Don't waste too much VC, and don't spend months trying to figure it out. This is my deadline with it. Within the first week, you should know what you want to make. You should make that, and you should be playing that player. Now, there is an adjustment period, of course, as patches come out. But for the most part, the first week you should know what you want to make that player and be whatever. But I even extended a week. In the first 2 weeks, you should already know what players you're going to make. I know people have people already thinking in their mind, well, I'm gonna make this build, I'm gonna make that build. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Already having your mindset what build you're gonna make. You know what I'm saying? Me, of course, I'm gonna make a pure sharp. But my other build I'm making me a pure lockdown defender. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you his height. I'm not going to tell you his weight. I'm not going to tell you if he's going to be a small forward or a center, but it will be one of those two positions. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I know how to play with the lockdown defender in those positions. I'm not making a point guard lockdown defender. That's pointless to me. You know what I'm saying? But those are going to be my first two archetypes. I know this year my main two archetypes was a pure sharp, which you see is a 99, and a post-scoring slasher. He was a small forward post-scoring slasher at 6'10". I made him like that for a reason. Everybody that's been following me, they know the reason why I made that build, and I still rock with that build. But like I said, just know what kind of build you want to make. Know why you're making that build. Know that this is going to be the build. This is, if this is going to be your main build, secondary build, third build, or what. Always have three builds. And have your main, secondary, and your third option. Your third option is a build that I guess you can say you're experimenting with to see if you'll like it. Your first two builds, your first build should be your main build. Your second build should always be your secondary go-to build to where you know about the build. You know, it's not no experiment. You know, third build experiment, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. That's just making other players just to have fun, which is understandable. Now, if you're repping up, if you're trying to rep up, it's a different story from you playing having fun. If you're just playing to having fun, okay, make whatever you want to make because you're playing to having fun. But if you're playing to rep up, make sure you make builds that you enjoy repping up with. Make sure you make the builds that you enjoy using. Don't get on YouTube and look at videos and be like, oh, this guy said to make this, so I'm going to make that. It may not work for you. Just because this guy made that point forward, 6'8", he's dribbling and whatever he's doing, and he knows how to do that, that may not work out for you. So, like I said, I mean, the motto going into 2K19 is to make a build that focuses solely on how you play. Don't make a build, don't focus on how you play. If it's your playing style, make that build. And I'm out.